But storm surge, that's always going to be an issue. In fact, that storm surge is expected to bring waves crashing off Lake Ontario, which is where Kara Thomas is. We are also hearing now that the trooper who was stabbed is in surgery. Hello and thanks for joining us this weekend here on YNN, your news now. I'm innae.park. Tom, this debate was over just a couple of days, and I'm sure that was an issue that struck a chord with you as well. A chance for you to come out and get your fried fix or maybe even enjoy the sunset on the Ferris wheel. Doesn't get much better than that. The Senate's meetings leading up to the passage of this bill violated open meetings laws.
When the judge summed up what he felt like was their downfall for McGinn, he said it was arrogance. But we do know that one person has died. Police are investigating this as a homicide currently. So he has both of those lines, so we could see them both face off again come November. Well, that's because this initiative is moving beyond Room 36 and into other schools, including Pinewood Intermediate.
Adoptions make a big impact because that creates more room for new animals. And Hayes has been here since December. I even heard a parent tell a child to be careful when going down the slide because of just how hot it is. Now we have this temperature gauge.
You actually have a greater chance of being crushed to death by a vending machine when you shake it to try to get your snack out than actually winning this Powerball jackpot. That led to the eruption of this water wonderland.
Now I know where I can go if TV doesn't work out.
We'll hire you.
Oh, say, can you see?
We never knew he'd do something like that.
That man is John Deo, a 20-year-old who is now accused of forcing a 14-year-old to perform sexual acts on him at knife point Tuesday night.
The victim was known to the suspect, and they kind of hang out back there.
This is Back There, an area along the parking lot of Mosier Park in Ravenna, right by the railroad tracks.
To have teenagers going into a wooded area to make out and things like that, I think it went further than what was expected.
The young girl reported the alleged attack to police just a few hours later, but police say evidence has even appeared on Facebook. Now Deo was facing more charges, believed to have threatened a witness with the same pocket knife and ordering another teen to scare that same witness as well. Police have continued to try to mend this fence, but teens keep cutting it down. As a result, the chief says a new initiative from the department really couldn't have come at a better time.
Town of Queens is actually starting a bike patrol. The officer would actually be able to either come up the tracks or from alternate locations that a car would not be able to.
While Deo was not a permanent resident of Ravenna, even the few in the community who knew him well are stunned.
He came into Cumberland Farms, he was homeless, and he had 96 pennies to get a chill zone, and I told my girlfriend, bring him home, I'll feed him. And if this is true and this is what he did, it disheartens me because I trusted you around girls, you know, and you're lucky.
Hard to trust anybody again.
Yeah.
In Ravenna, innae.park, YNN.
Be still! Attention! Shoulder up! Present up!
He lived a life of service. He was a volunteer fireman in 2 different fire departments, police officer, his whole life.
What I hear about her is she was bigger than life.
He created a first aid kit when he was just a young kid, riding his bicycle because he wanted to help people.
Just a few of the glimpses of the lives of service, lost and remembered at the 22nd New York State Police Officers Memorial Remembrance Ceremony.
We get a chance to sleep at night. We get a chance to go on with our lives because of the sacrifice these men and women have made.
It helps. It's very emotional. It just brings back a lot of bittersweet memories.
Among them, Lieutenant Michael Ciparini, who was killed on Christmas Eve in Webster when a fire was set to ambush those whose mission is to save.
He really helped bring the department together in times of need, so it's really a loss for us.
Throughout all these memories, stories, and tales, there lies a common thread.
Without blinking an eye and just going because he knew people needed help.
She loved the kids and the community loved her.
That weaves its way to those who knew them best.
He has an older son, and he's a firefighter just like Mike. Mike instilled that in his family, and I'm sure he's got 2 young daughters, they're 3 and 4, that are going to come up and want to be just like their father.
You just have to thank everyone every day because you never know when it's going to be the last time.
In Albany, innae.park, YNN. If you feel something's missing, you're right.
It's the sticks and the skates, you know, the blades.
And for the most part, that's it.
It's the first major sporting event of any kind where they've really quieted the whole environment.
The reason for that is right here.
Just give me the game of hockey in its simplest form and an environment in which autistic children can really, a lot of time, probably enjoy their first hockey game.
In the first ever Autism Awareness Night, RPI Hockey has changed the feel of the game by cutting the blaring music, putting the pep band on hold, and letting go of the flashy light displays.
Autistic people have sensory issues, and so, that loud goal horn, they took that down considerably.
And without the music blaring, hockey fans, both young and old, are able to enjoy the beauty of this game in its simplicity.
Kind of go old school, so to speak, and the entertainment is the game itself.
And the real celebration is the opportunity to bring awareness to a condition that affects so many.
I still think that there is a long way to go as far as awareness and people knowing what's available to them.
Allowing families to carry on tradition.
This experience of comfort tonight in a safe place will hopefully have them come back again.
And an athletics program to break ground.
Maybe there's not the noise there, but there's so much goodwill and feelings towards the team that I know something special is going to happen tonight.
For these fans, that something special has already happened. Reporting in Troy, innae.park, YNN.